get a look at some of the stars here of today's game.
So what is up, guys? Jay here. I'm going to back with another Madden 17 video. And today we're going to continue playing Madden 17 head-to-head. Now, I won my first game, but lost my second game, and this is my third game. So let's see how this is. And I got a pack, and it had an elite. Hold on. Yeah. It had an elite.
He'll come out in the
here he is. Early on the left side, but they had an elite Donald something. Donald Farrell or something. No, not Donald Farrell, but Farrell.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility?
So they get the completion, that's good, but Charles, probably not good to get hit on the first play of the game.
No coaching staff ever wants their quarterback hit on any passing play, especially to start the game. What you're hoping is you have one of those tough guys back there. But sometimes when they get hit early, gets the juices flowing, and they get right into the game. Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Jimmy Graham, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. So 3rd and 2, and I count 6 defensive backs out there. Now Smith, and he finds Jimmy Graham. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Here's Smith now on 2nd down. Caught left side, Hopkins. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
On 2nd down, here's Smith. That is caught inside the 5. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. T.Y. Hilton from 17 yards out. And the Chiefs take it right down and score on the opening drive. Now after the touchdown, it's Sturgis to send it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Now the first carry for Doug Martin. And he'll power his way up near the 25. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Now it's Palmer. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
This is caught by Jackson. Call it a gain of 10, and they pick up the first. Fresh set of downs here.
And fits the exact right word. Over the middle, there's almost always traffic, so anytime you're a receiver in that area, you're not just focused on catching the football. You're wondering where the collision's going to come from, right? Because there's almost always someone there able to concentrate, catch it, and even added a little extra at the end with a short run.
And on 2nd and 10 now. On 2nd down, here's Palmer. Right side caught by Jackson. Give him 2 yards on that play. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold. It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
So here we go on 4th down. Palmer escaping the pressure right. He finds his man, Baldwin. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40.
I don't care how many times you tell the story, it never loses its luster for me. Doug Baldwin, undrafted out of Stanford, and plays like a #1 receiver should in the NFL. I don't care how you cover him. I don't care that his size isn't great. He's the one that typically comes up with the football.
Absolutely. His roots go all the way back to Gulf Breeze, Florida, where he's from, right on the water near Pensacola, and then, of course, to Stanford, and, boy, he's been good.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. On 3rd down, Palmer. It's caught on the left side by Baldwin. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Ray Malaluga coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8. Now Palmer to throw on 2nd down. Surveying the field. Going up top. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down. Well, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense. Now Palmer on 3rd and long. Eluding the pressure right. He hits Baldwin right side. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. This is turning into a bit of a death march here, the 13th play of this drive. And time for us to take a break here in the booth. We're back to Arrowhead after this. On 1st down, it's Palmer. And a quick throw here that's complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets them up now 1st and goal. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it. Now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
Now Palmer, flush to his right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Lawrence Timmons in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. They're going to hurry back to the line now. On 3rd and goal, Palmer looking for Baldwin, intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Ray Malaluga. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident
sorry
to do
guys,
it
but I have to get off. If you liked it, hit the like button, and as always, I'll see you guys and gals in the next video. Peace.